The 2019 NFL Scouting Combine is officially underway in Indianapolis, as there are players that are going through interviews and meeting with various NFL teams. However, tomorrow marks the start of the portions of the Combine that we can actually watch on television, as we'll start seeing the on-field drills. There are going to be a lot of eyes watching these broadcasts over the next 4 days, and I would expect that fans of the Minnesota Vikings would be no different. So, here's how you can watch everything you want from the 2019 NFL Scouting Combine, whether you're watching it on TV or online. Day 1 to 1 March 2019, Friday, offensive linemen, running backs, kickers, special teams. This is probably going to be the day that most Vikings fans will want to keep an eye on, as the Big Uglies will take center stage at Lucas Oil Stadium. This is a position of absolute screaming need for the Vikings, so this is as good a time as any to see if you can find any favorites among the players that will be a part of this year's draft. The coverage on Day 1 will be on the NFL Network and streaming live on NFL.com. The festivities will get underway at 8 a.m. Central. Day 2 to 2 March 2019, Saturday, quarterbacks, wide receivers, tight ends. Saturday is the day for the skill position players, thereby making it the sexiest day of the Combine for the average fan. While the Vikings might be looking for some mid-round gems at the wide receiver spots, it certainly isn't the high priority need that the offensive line is. Given the positions that will be taking the field that day, it's no surprise that the Combine will make its debut on network television on Saturday. The broadcast will start at 9 a.m. Central, and in addition to being on the NFL Network and streaming on NFL.com, it will also be simulcast on ABC from noon to 2 p.m. Central. Just those 2 hours, though. For the rest, you'll have to go to the usual spots. Day 3 to 3 March 2019, Sunday, defensive linemen, linebackers. How much of a need the Vikings have at these positions depends on who you ask. Given that Anthony Barr and/or Sheldon Richardson could be ex-Vikings in the next couple of weeks, this is probably a group that Vikings fans need to keep an eye on. Coverage on Day 3, which is Sunday, will get underway at 8 a.m. Central. Again, coverage will be taking place on both NFL.com and the NFL Network. Day 4 to 4 March 2019, defensive backs. I'm going to assume that this is Mike Zimmer's favorite day of the Combine, because that guy loves himself some defensive backs. The Vikings would appear to be pretty solid at this position, but they could still use some mid or late round picks on corners and safeties. The television coverage for the final day of this year's Combine will get underway at 8 a.m. Central on both the NFL Network and NFL.com. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. How you can watch every single minute of the Scouting Combine, or even just as much as your heart desires.